Hello, and thank you for joining me. Let's talk about how Tonkean is transforming the way legal operations gets work done. You see, Tonkean is an intake, triage, and coordination solution that allows you to delight your end users and bring in work to legal operations in a reportable, complete, effective way, triage it smartly by using information in other systems and dynamically assigning this work, and then coordinating the work across systems and across work streams so that even if the work is being done by another team in their preferred tool, you're able to see it and understand the status of your requests. And this gives not only your end users a great experience of working with legal and understanding where their requests are and what your workflows are, but also gives you end-to-end visibility into your workflows and into all of the work coming into and out of legal. You see, there's this challenge that 67% of employees admit that they routinely skip legal policies and procedures because they don't know them, they don't understand them, and they're not necessarily easy for them to work with. They often involve other tools and other systems that they don't understand, and they're not sure how to really even engage with legal. You see, there's a ton of tools out there for the legal operations teams, all sorts of solutions to fix specific problems. But it's left this large gap of what about connecting these systems together? What about the handoffs between them? What about enabling the legal operations team to own their workflow that may go between systems? It's led to dependencies on custom code for integrations, on training end users on how to appropriately work with these systems, on even internal legal operations teams sometimes not understanding exactly where work should go or where contracts should be saved. So legal is also facing 1,000 to 60,000 requests per year, 38% of them coming in from email, phone call, and in person, which is impossible to report on and track. And 63% of them, I'll just move my face here, 63% of them are repeatable, manual efforts. And then this leads to 4 to 6 hours spent every day on these requests. What if we could remove the manual repeatable work? And what if we could give a better experience to the end users so that work comes in a better format to begin with and gave you visibility into the legal backlog? Exactly what are people requesting and when? Your end users will always choose the path of least resistance. So many organizations we work with have this as an experience, and this is why people are creating that 67% statistic that they're skipping the preferred legal process. How can we bring this process to them in the most easy to consume way possible? Give them visibility into where they are in the workflow and give your legal operations team visibility into all of their requests and backlog. Well, I'll show you. With Tonkean, we're able to monitor your current tool set. So the technology you're using today, you don't have to rip and replace. We can help you get more investment out of it. And then we can take that end-to-end visibility and create great reports and dashboards to give your legal operations teams visibility into where your work is, even to sources that you may not have visibility in today, such as email. By monitoring the legal inbox, we're able to tell you what's coming in, when, and how it's being categorized and worked. We'll do the same for Slack, for Teams, for even forms. Tonkean has a robust forms engine so that you can create conditional smart forms to bring work into legal. This way, the legal operations team and attorneys don't have to be triaging this work manually. Tonkean can do it for you. And the end user ends up with a great experience because we lower the adoption gap. For instance, we can monitor other tools. If the end user prefers to work in Salesforce and they have created a great CPQ process, but legal needs to be brought into that workflow, Tonkean can monitor the system and when certain things happen, create workflows. And we give the legal team and the requester full visibility into where this is in the process. If a contract needs to be started for a new customer, a new prospect your company's working with, we can automatically trigger the workflow, bring in information from that system, generate contracts, even get them signed from Adobe Sign and DocuSign, whatever your preferred path is, so that you have full visibility into the end-to-end workflow in a single interface. We'll do this for the legal team and the end user. This way, your end users don't have to bookmark another portal to remember whenever they want to enter a legal request. They can just go to Teams or Slack and type in what they need. Same thing works with email. And what this is doing is Tonkean is monitoring this channel and using natural language understanding to triage what they need and get them to the right workflow. This way I can kick off the workflow right from here, right from the interface that I'm comfortable working in. It confirms the information for me by pulling this data from the underlying system and presenting it to the end user to confirm before it runs the automation that this is all correct. And then at this point, it could be coordinating other systems. It's telling Ironclad, my CLM, to create the NDA. It could be kicking off a RPA bot to run this automation. But Tonkean is handling the handoffs, it's handling the engagement, and giving you the visibility into exactly all of the requests coming in, so that your end user gets a great experience and you're able to pull back at these reports and statistics. Now, what about a more complicated workflow? We just looked at Tonkean automatically handling an end user's request so that it doesn't take up your attorneys and your legal operations team's time. But what about a workflow that involves multiple teams? Well, let's think about onboarding a new law firm, where we need to review retainer agreements, get InfoSec review, and draft an engagement letter. Multiple work streams that have to happen at the same time, not sequentially. Well, instead of your end user having to enter multiple requests with each of these teams and systems, we can create one form for them to begin the triage process so that we can ask them just the right questions that we need and then get all of these different teams updated at once. So already the intake is simpler, and then they're able to view their request and understand where it is in the overarching process from beginning to end of onboarding this vendor, so that I can see for each of my work streams, where is my engagement letter? We've generated it and we've sent it out for signature via DocuSign. And in fact, there it is. What about InfoSec? They work in Jira. Well, Tonkean's automatically created the Jira ticket and is monitoring it and understands when it's completed. So because Tonkean's able to not only integrate with other systems and send them work, it's able to monitor them and understand when they've been completed so that it can continue its workflow. That way, even a complicated workflow like this one can roll up to a single status, and you can understand the full end-to-end breadth of this workflow, automating every step we can and working with the other systems you already have in place to get the work done. There are a huge variety of workflows and problems that Tonkean can be applied to. We wrap around the technology you have to delight your end users and create efficiency and visibility into your workflows. We'd love to talk to you more about this. It's built 100% on no code so that a legal operations person can own it and define these workflows. If you wanted to make a change to this Slack workflow I have, monitoring that input source and automatically generating NDAs, it requires no code to do that, so that your workflows become truly iterable and you don't have to continually cut services dollars and write contracts to write custom code in order to make all these integrations work. A legal team can own it and iterate on it as their business needs change. So I hope this was helpful. We'd love to talk to you more about how Tonkean can transform your organization. Hope to talk soon.